There's no denying that people like to eat, and therein lies the secret of the growth and popularity of one of our biggest industries, the restaurant. All because people don't like the work of fixing their own food.
Well, there are many factors involved in a personality, and a balance of emotions is important to a well-rounded personality.
They all have one thing in common, and that is the serving of food.
Treat you like
how
a
do people treat
servant
us?
instead
How
of
do people treat us like servants instead of servers?
I've seen people.
He didn't say, may I, and please.
Rage is the response to the primary stimulus, something interfering with our behavior, our
And
action.
then there are people, you are addressing another table, your back is turned. There are people who are like, hey, excuse me, hey. But you can't stop talking to your other table because it's disrespectful, of course. And then they'll have people, if you don't answer to that once in a while, they'll start to like pull on your apron or pull on your shirt. I've had kids pull money out of my pockets. Some people, they will eat, we have the all-you-can-eat shrimp deal right now. And then they eat shrimp and then they just stack them. There's a plate right here, empty plate, pristine, beautiful, perfect, ready for them. They choose to put the tail on the table in a stack, and I found them in the salt shakers, I found them on the floor, just stuff that it just defies logic to me. I don't even know why it's like they're going out of their way to make a mess, sucking on their fingers. That really gets me.
Manners are a really funny thing with different people, and I don't know, as a server, you exude a certain mannerism set. I'm not for sure how to say, but you're always friendly and you're trying to help, and you're always saying hello and how are things and everything. You're trying to be real nice, and there are certain people that come back and they don't reciprocate, and it kind of, I don't know, for me it throws me off guard, but I've learned to get around a little bit. When I was working at the bar, people would raise their beer bottles in the air and kind of shake them around, and after a while I'd just wave at them and make them wait a couple minutes, just because I don't like to be treated like that, and I wouldn't treat them that way. And
One time a lady poked me in the back, like stabbed me poking while I was talking to another table, taking their order. She wanted more decaf, so she just started jabbing me in the back. Like, I'll take abuse and be polite, to a certain point, but don't touch me, don't poke me. It's insane,
Clearly you're dealing with another table.
Right, I'm talking to someone. Is your need
But
for
it's
decaf
really common
coffee
for people
more?
to do that, to interrupt
People
while
always
doing
do that.
Like, I was taking the other day I was telling you about it, like this table, I was taking this other table's order, and the whole time this table behind me is going, hey, hey, hey. And I had to turn around and be like, hold on, I'm taking this table's order, because, they're also guests in the restaurant.
Today's generation was just not raised properly, kids having kids, and this is why, people going to the restaurant or anywhere acting a certain kind of way, like they have no common sense or home training. And so with that being said, I feel like, back then, parents were, just more onto their children, making sure that they would act accordingly and, with respect. And these people today don't know how to act at all, and what they're being influenced by is just pitiful. So I think that goes into major consideration to the reason why people act the way that they do.
People can't do what we do. Like, I know for a matter of fact that before one of the servers that just started serving, before she actually started serving, she was a server assistant. She'll probably help us clean off the tables, do all that. And then when she finally started serving, she told me, like, I have major respect for what y'all do. Because what y'all do, a normal person wouldn't do.
If I never served in my life, I would never presume to speak
No.
to someone as if they
The
were
way-
stupid.
I would never speak to somebody the way that I've been spoken to.
Right. Like,
A lot of people that I've come into contact anyhow are working. They're going to school, and personally, I'm in my master's program, and I'll run into people and they're like, "Oh, you're waiting tables," and I'm like, "I'm not just waiting tables. I'm going to school and I'm working towards something else." And a lot of people don't seem to see that. They see that as this is all you've accomplished, and it can be a really tricky dynamic.
While in school, many people train themselves for jobs and then are forced to do something else for lack of finances to get started.
They have never known you. They
Right.
don't know. Like, I wasn't, like, you know what I mean? I went to school, like, I'm not a dumb person. Like, you know what I mean? I've probably gone higher in
None of
education
us
than most
are.
people. Like,
It's
you know what I
what's
mean?
crazy,
that's the
like,
thing.
Some
Most
servers
people-
are though.
some
Maybe
people
they've
are-
had a bad,
No, but
bad
like,
experience at the
like,
server.
you know what I mean?
before
Like,
that.
I've like gone to school, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've done engineering and like fucking biology, psychology, like, you know what I mean? I have degrees. I'm an intelligent person, and I am getting told by people that didn't graduate high school
right.
that I'm retarded.
Determination to succeed is an important factor in success. When things go wrong, do you say, "I can't"? Do you say, "What's the use"?
Fear is the response to loss of support.
Nobody realizes this, but people that work in restaurants, every single server that works in any kind of restaurant has horrific nightmares.
Horrible.
Almost every
Server
night
stress
about
dreams.
about serving.
Server nightmares.
Look at Lucky right now. He's still awake. Let's see what's going on in his mind.
I've had nightmares once a week, twice a week if I'm working a lot. And it's always when the place is packed, you can't get anything that you want. Everybody's yelling at you. And you're scrambling and you wake up and you're like, "I need that soda." It's terrible. I should not be plagued with, giving people food or beer or whatever it is, and wake up in the middle of the night dreaming about them. But
That's out of control.
it is, but
It's stress like I have not known. At any given point, somebody always needs something, which isn't bad. I mean, that's my job. I take that in stride, no big deal. But especially like on Friday night or Saturday night, I am so busy. My heart rate is constantly up. Like my adrenaline's always going, and I think that's what part of the nightmares. That's what leads up to it. Not
Every table is on the fucking restaurant.
Right.
I can't run fast.
None of my
like,
drinks are right.
I'm running
I'm pretty
slow.
Your
and
hair
I go
line,
back to get the food,
restaurant's
and there's no
underwater.
cooks in the back. There's no cooks
I've
in the
got to
back.
make my own food.
So none of the food's ready. I have to make all the food. I have to get all
But
the
it's
drinks.
like any other dream
It's
that
just
you
like-
have, like tells you about, like you're stressed out. Like if you're
Right.
running in a dream and you're running away from something, but you can't run fast or you fall down,
But you're
like
trapped
that's
there.
something like
Yeah.
to do with stress. It's the same thing if you have a server stress dream.
Answer. Dr. Laird, you're recognized everywhere as an authority on relaxation. Can people relax under the tension of modern life? And what can we do about it?
The main thing is to party.
I wouldn't necessarily say that servers party harder than anybody else, but
But they definitely party hard.
They definitely party hard.
We know how to get down. That's all I need to say.
He's a homecoming king. You have to take his word for it.
You already know. What up?
And with the aspect of it, like
I mean, we
saying
don't
that,
like smoke crack or meth or
like
anything.
no.
Because if you do that, then you really can't really serve
But
that
it's
well.
like I'm
Whenever they start
21.
doing that, they really fire
I'm not gonna make like a salary job right now. Of course, I mean at least not till I graduate college. But you get that sense when you get a serving job because you can work a Friday night and you are capable of being able to make $150, $200 in that night. And yes, your job is stressful. So
It's
whenever
very
you
stressful.
see $200 in your pocket, you're like, I just made $200 fucking tonight.
And then you're like, shot.
Shots on me. Shots on me. I made 120
I know you have
today.
cash.
Yeah.
I know you have money.
Shots on me. I made 120 today. We're good. It's just like sometimes it's a big stress reliever.
You want it to only be a job.
It becomes a lifestyle.
You want it to only be a job.
That's what you don't want to get
but
sucked
it
into it.
It does become a lifestyle.
Because it's the money,
if you
Right.
let
the
it,
people, and how much fun you can have doing it.
yeah.
You make
Because
you make
I'm not
cash
gonna lie to
every
you,
day.
serving
You make
can
tons
be
of
the
money.
most fun thing ever. At work, whenever you're at work, whenever like, okay, us three working together, Megan's working.
We can
and,
vibe
like,
off each
you have-
other. It's
Yeah,
gonna
and
be
you're
a
like,
great
everybody's
night.
having fun,
Everybody's
everybody works
making a lot
well,
of
it's like,
money.
it's like, we're all doing good, and then afterwards we're like, we all made like $100, and there's like 10 of, or not 10 of us, sometimes 10 of us actually.
Sometimes.
But sometimes like 10 of us, and we're like, okay, everybody made $100, let's go to the bar, let's get fucked up.
And then we spent $75 at the bar.
We spent
It was
all that money at the bar.
Times we had while we were out.
Or because it literally, say it was a really, really fucking bad night. Everyone's like,
But you still made
So
it
stressed out, let's
like,
all just get fucked up.
all I want to do, I don't care. I'm wearing my Applebee's uniform. I'm going out. I don't
Yes.
care.
Yeah, and we're all greasy, and
care.
we're all wearing black
Yeah.
shirts and nasty jeans. And
Like
we're
right now.
we got ugly shoes on, and we're going out. It's like, but we
It's
don't care
12:30.
because
We're
we're in different.
counting
We're in a
how much
different
money
world than
we
everybody
had that
else.
night. Everyone's like, "Wow, I did really well tonight."
It was worth this.
But
stress.
now what are we gonna do? Everyone else sits at
We're
the
the people
bar.
that'll show up and make the party. Like, say it's a fucking boring night at the bar, and then we all show up.
It's like we show up at 12 and we black out by 2.
The one thing I would like to say to my guests is, I'm a human being. I do care. I'm a nice person. I'm smart. I'm not brain dead. I'm not a slave. I'm not the scourge of the earth. I'm a really nice person. I'm happy to get you whatever you want. You know, just speak to me like I'm a human being. I'll get it for you. It's not gonna take that long. I swear to God. Like, my goal is to give you what you want. Like, I'm on your side. I'm not on your side.
Not against you.
It sounds stupid. Okay, it sounds really stupid.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, by a better understanding of the emotional patterns of everyday life, and by knowing how you respond to various stimuli, you can develop better control by eliminating the stimulus, or by modifying the stimulus, or by modifying the response.